Welcome to Honest News. Not sure if you folks have seen this YouTube video or movie that's come out. ET Contact, They Are Here. Notice at the bottom what it says. The science of the unknown. Interesting, right? The science of the unknown. Now let's take a look at some scripture. Remember, there's no new thing under the sun, right? Acts chapter 17, verse 16. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers, not even going to try to pronounce this, I don't believe, Epicureans maybe, and the Stoics encountered him. And some said, "What will this babbler say?" Others, some, "He seemeth to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preached unto them Jesus, the resurrection." And they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, maybe. Strange words, right? Saying, "May we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is? For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears. We would know thereof, or therefore, what these things mean." For all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else, but either to tell or to hear some new thing. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, "You men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious. For as I passed by, I beheld your devotions. I found an altar with this inscription, To the unknown God, whom therefore you ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. To the unknown God. So, isn't it interesting that we find this being connected with ET contact? The science of the unknown. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference here. I really don't, between these two. They had an altar with the inscription, To the unknown God, whom therefore you ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Neither is worshipped with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life, breath, and all things. And hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed in the bonds or bounds of their habitation. Notice he said the bounds of their habitation. What is the Lord talking about there? This idea today that they want to live on Mars. God set bounds for our habitation to be on this earth. But they want to go beyond those bounds. That they should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one. For in him we live, move, and have our being, as certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. That's something I find very interesting there. God has set bounds of their habitation. Man is not supposed to try to go beyond the bounds of this earth, and yet they keep on trying to. And where they're trying to get to right now is Mars. And that's exactly what the hill was that Paul the Apostle was on when he saw them giving themselves over to this idolatry. You listening? It was called Mars Hill. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, "You men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious." Not a whole lot different there. I think it's the same evil spirits that deceived the people back then that are still deceiving people today.